Alright, we should be live. Just gotta wait about a minute for all the notifications to go out. Good morning, guys. There we go. We got some people coming in. Hello from Mexico. Is this real before I ask? Yes, this is real. Hey, Jitesh. If you guys can hear me perfectly, type a 2. If I'm too quiet, type a 1. And if it sounds like I'm screaming or something, type a 3. So many people, I'm leaving. Okay. How old am I? I answer this almost every live stream. I'm 21 right now. That's a lot of 2s. Good morning, guys. I'm going to answer some questions, and then we'll get right into the PGA questions. Why did someone type a 6? Let's stop this before it starts dinging. Alright, guys. Let's get into some questions. The first one is from John. He says, what do you do every day? How do you spend your time effectively or ineffectively? So, John, it sounds like you need goals first and foremost if you're struggling with trying to find a way to spend your time effectively. Goals are what will direct the path of your day. Once you know your goals, then you can effectively spend your time on how you want to achieve those goals. Without goals, you don't have any idea on what's effective or what's not effective, right? So, do you want to be healthy? That's a really basic goal. Do you want to be financially stable? That's also a really basic goal. So you can start with what you want, and it doesn't even have to be selfless. You can make your goals selfish. Wanting to be financially independent and healthy are both selfish goals, but they will allow you to do selfless things in the future. So back to your question, the best way to find ways to be more effective is first to determine your goals. I hope that helps. The next question is from Anonymous. How to be confident asking questions in front of my class. So here's a little tip that helps some people. The root problem is either that you're afraid of being judged for your question or that you have some social anxiety. And something that I've found that helps in both of those situations is just to make a game of talking to people that you maybe don't know throughout the day for probably a week, maybe to a month. Just talk to people. Just whenever you see someone, whether it's a person that's checking out your groceries or someone sitting alone at the library or wherever you are, maybe on the bus, in a gas station or something, just have a small talk. Have some conversation with them for a little bit. See, fear is really interesting because the more that you think about something that you fear, the more that fear will grow, the more you'll fear it. But as soon as you take action on that fear, the less you will fear it. And with each interaction, that fear will shrink. So just go ahead and ask that question in class. There's not really much to lose, is there? It's psychologically, it's your brain thinking, oh, people will make fun of me. How many times have you ever seen someone made fun of in class for asking a question? It's really rare, and it doesn't happen that often. So you just need to go ahead and ask that question, and then ask another question, and then throughout the semester or wherever you are, keep doing it, and you'll become more confident in asking questions. The next question is, how to start doing things. I'm speaking in the cases when you have a ton of stuff to do, but you feel overwhelmed. So I would say the same way you eat an elephant, so to say. One bite at a time, right? Focus only on the task at hand while you're doing it. And a little tip is to start with the smallest objective first. By the time you get to the second objective, now it's the smallest bite left, right? And then by the time you finish that and you move on to the third, now the third one's the smallest bite left. So you need to start small and then slowly get bigger in your objectives or whatever you need to do. And make sure that you're only focusing on the stuff that you're doing at that moment. Not just like start thinking about the entire project and how you're going to turn in your essay late or whatever you're doing. There's time to actually stand back and look at the project as a whole, but while you're working and actually doing stuff, try to only focus on what's at hand. This is what's helped me anyways, so I hope that helps you. The next question is, how do I stop overthinking? I literally overthink in all areas of my life. So you're in luck. This week's book summary in PGA was released yesterday, so I highly recommend going and watching the summary of How to Stop Worrying and Start Living by Dale Carnegie. There's also actionable worksheet that you can take, and it will help you implement some of the ideas in that book into your life. So I hope that really helps. And if you need any more maybe custom advice, ask in next week's PGA live stream, and I'll definitely answer. But I think this question was asked before I uploaded that video, so I think it would help you a lot. It's kind of a coincidence that worked. All right, a YouTube question. Dixon asks, how to have more YouTube views. So I'm going to give you 3 quick tips for you. Number 1, in your videos, make sure your main keyword is in the title. Make sure it's in the first line of the description. That's really important. And it must be the first tag. So aim for one specific keyword and have it in the title, the description, and the tag. And that'll help you a lot. I've seen some channels get boosted to the top of search results just by following those 3 things. Tip number 2 is to make sure that you only ask your viewers to do one thing at the end of the video. Don't ask them to like, comment, subscribe, check out this webpage, and do something else. Don't ask them to do 5 things. Only ask them to do one thing, whether that is to subscribe or to watch another video. YouTube will start to promote your video if they see that people are going from your video and then watching a whole bunch of other videos. So if you want to get more YouTube views, only ask them to do one thing. And then number 3, make sure that your content is more than just informative. Now this is actually something I need to work on, but most people come to YouTube and they stay on YouTube to be entertained, especially if you're really entertaining. It doesn't have to be like jokes and stuff, but just something more than just flat education. So make sure you have like your own personality in the video. I hope this helps, and actually if you're starting a channel or you already have a channel, Dixon, I'd love to mentor you. Just message me on Discord or email me, and I'll review your channel for free. Let's jumpstart that YouTube channel. Jitesh asks, hey Theo, really excited about your upcoming sales course. My question is, I want to understand consumer behavior. Could you elaborate and explain it? And he also says, if it's in your sales course, you could skip it. He said, I'll wait for the sales course instead. So in my upcoming sales course, there's a module called 25 Cognitive Biases, and basically what I do is I have animated videos that explain all 25 of them using examples and stories so that you get a basic idea of what each bias is. Then there's another module called Psychological Closing Tactics, where I show you how to actually use each bias in practice. So the biases are like the theory, that they don't really do much, but you have to understand how they work to put the tactics into practice. And then you can understand consumer behavior and decision making really well once you get a foundational idea of the brain's heuristics, which means automatic decision making. So like, here's an example. One bias might be the authority bias, which means you tend to believe and approve of things that are said by people that you see in authority. So like, President Trump is an authority figure for most people. And you can use this and turn it into a tactic by using experts and professionals in your field onto your sales page, or maybe having quotes of them memorized. For example, here's a really good example. Tai Lopez always has tons of quotes memorized from his mentors and people like Warren Buffett or other authority figures. And he does this because those authority figures, the authority of them, flows to him each time he refers to them. Anyway, back to consumer behavior and the behavioral psychology behind it. It's a very large field that I could explain for hours, but knowing the biases and how people make decisions is a great start. Decision making is a huge part of behavior. Ryan asks, if you had a talk with a bunch of younger children, let's say maybe around the age of 10, what advice would you give them for their future? So this is hard with context because I remember when I was 10, it's really hard to get something to stick in their head. I wouldn't really listen to someone said when I was 10 years old. But if you mean like what kind of knowledge could I bestow upon them, it'd definitely be patience and the value of hard work. There's so many people that think they have great ideas and stuff like that, but just with raw hard work, even if it's not completely smart work, you will get results. You mix that in with a little bit of smart work and optimizing your work, and you've got the formula to really get whatever you want to achieve. But I think a lot of people don't understand what hard work is. Just the people that I've talked to lately, I don't know. You can work 10 hours a day for a week and get a lot of stuff done, and a lot of people underestimate that. The next question is from Anonymous, and they say, hello, my question is, how can I have more power? How do powerful people get powerful? So I've answered a question very similar to this in the past, but you can get physical power by weightlifting and literally growing your muscles, but you can seem more powerful to other people by acquiring as many resources and gaining as much positive social status as possible. So you have to network, you have to work really hard, and basically be seen as respected by other people to be respected by other people. So it's an ever-flowing cycle, right? You need confident body language, having powerful friends, and having a lot of money. Little stuff like that will give you leverage to make you seem more powerful. But in reality, usually power is just an illusion in your mind of what you think about someone else. You just have to learn how to seem powerful to other people if that's your goal. So I hope that helps. Power is if you could define what you mean by power. Do you want other people to respect you? Do you want other people do you want to be persuasive? Because that's also ties in with power. I could answer that a lot more if you explained it in detail. Another question about Tai Lopez. What do you think about Tai Lopez? His courses and everything does he sell overall? Is it a scam or legit? So Tai Lopez has gold, but he leaves the digging to you. His courses are usually done by experts, and he's usually just the hype man who sells them. But his 67 steps, that I actually took that, and that was pretty good. He has a ton of perspective, and I really like his mentor model. So if I could go back and consume all of his free content, I would definitely do that and maybe pay for the 67 steps. Other than that, the courses, the larger courses that I've taken and the courses I've heard other people have taken, most of the information can be found elsewhere, usually cheaper. But his free content and some of the stuff in his courses is really good. He has lots of life advice and business advice. And he seems to be like the mastermind guy who kind of oversees all the courses. But remember, it's really important not to idolize anyone. You just need to take the best from someone and forget the rest. Especially someone like Tai Lopez, where you're trying to take what their successes and use them as your own. Take the best and forget the rest. I can tell from his videos and his social media that I've recently been watching and consuming on him that he really does read a lot. He doesn't lie about that. He really does read a lot. But he also hires a lot of people to do technical work for him. So I'd say he's a good guy, and I definitely recommend his content. I know there's a lot of people who are really biased because they've seen his commercials and they think, oh my goodness, this guy is a scammer and he just wants to sell me something. But I think his end goal is to sell you something. But he does have an adventurous life and a lot of great value that you could consume watching it. I do know there's a lot of people who are very biased and get completely turned off by anything about him. But if you look at a person and you say, I'm not going to trust anything this person says, that's you being biased. Because I'll explain that later. Next question is, could you give us a few amazing lessons on business and management and how to grow fast and how to attract more customers and be better than competition? That was a lot of ands. Help me become a better entrepreneur and make me more influential, please. The best tips you have, keep spilling them. Thanks. So one of the best tips I've recently kind of put into my own perspective is to keep your expenses as low as possible is my best tip at the moment. For example, right now, I could leave my job, my so-called job, YouTube, and all this stuff for an entire year, and because my expenses running this channel are like $200 a month, maybe a little bit more, minus PGA. I spend a little bit more on PGA because there's premium content in there, but I could still be making a couple $1,000s every month just because the expenses are so low. Now, it takes money to make lots of money quicker, though, so you need to make really smart decisions and have the research behind them and decide if you really need to spend that money. When I started the channel, I spent a lot of money on things that I didn't really need, things that didn't lead to growth. But if you can get something done cheaper, or if you can justify that spending, then I would go ahead for it. But the biggest tip I would give you is probably to keep your expenses low. For me, the hardest part of management that you mentioned is weeding out the good employees, so to say. I hire a lot of freelancers, not necessarily employees, but I usually hire freelancers, and sometimes they're great, sometimes they're not, and that takes a lot of time and money to figure out if weeding through freelancers. So that patience will differentiate you from your competition. I'd say the fastest way to grow in today's world is definitely social media. So you need to make your social media outlets, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, stuff like that, entertaining, and you'll have tons of leads interested in your product, service, or idea, or whatever you're selling. I hope that helps you. Let's see, next question is from Dente Lux. Let me grab some water here. Since I've started this course, I've developed a productive daily routine, better outlined my goals, and what I need to do to get there, and have been more content. I've even go so far as to say I've been happier with myself. That's awesome. Thanks for all the great material. You're really helping me get my life on track, so I love feedback like this. But since I've set this routine, I find that oftentimes I let autopilot take over and end up having to review and actually think about what happened while I wasn't there. How can I overcome this routine mode? All right. First of all, thanks for the great feedback. I absolutely love all feedback, even if it's good or bad, because I feel like there's a ton to improve in Practical Growth Academy. But I really appreciate when people say, this is good or this is bad, because it helps me help you in the end, right? Anyways, for your autopilot feeling, I'd say work on something called mindfulness. For example, I was actually thinking about your question last night in the shower, and I thought, I take 2 quick showers every day. They're usually less than 5 minutes each, just something to wet my hair down, and like it's an actual shower, but it's a quick shower in the morning and before I go to bed. So those are kind of like my bookends. Anyways, that's over 700 showers a year, and it's a habit now. But recently I've been very mindful taking my showers, and as weird as it seems, instead of just letting my body autopilot in the shower and perform the habit of taking a shower, I really think about this is going to sound really weird, the stuff I'm doing in the shower, like putting shampoo on my hand and scrubbing my hair, washing my body. Stuff like, let's just keep it PG, but stuff like that, actually thinking about what I was doing while I'm showering. And you can do the exact same thing just with your work life. Being more mindful. That was a really weird example, but you can do the same thing in your work life. Another thing is that maybe you could try to move on to more creative work. I've noticed that a lot of people who do routine work feel like they're on autopilot, but creative work, it forces you to get out of the autopilot mode where you feel like life is just happening. So you can design something or read something new or build something. Anything really creative helps me get out of that autopilot mode. So like even on my Instagram, if you go to my Instagram right now, the last 3 posts were about a t-shirt, and I made those t-shirts just to kind of get out of do something new. Like I'd never designed a t-shirt before. I don't know, it's just interesting. Doing something creative that you've never done before really forces you out of that autopilot mode. So I hope that it helps you, Dente Lux. Next question. Hi there, I don't just understand how do these multinational companies get their funding from, and how do they get their money to have their own building or huge stores, and how do they even pay their monthly rents if there are any? So I see these huge big companies in my country. I don't get it. How do they get the money for what they do, man? So confusing. Got any answer? And also, how can I get this money? Please help. So I'm not too sure exactly what this question means, and I don't know if I'm understanding it the way I think I am. I'm not even sure I could answer it fully, but shoot me an email with more specifics and I'll try to answer it better. So you can also ask it next week in next week's PGA live stream, but I feel like with more personal info, I could probably answer it better. So I'm sorry I'm not able to help you too much right now. I think this is the last question. Tankmon X asks, what's the number of conversations in a row I can bring up the same topic? I think he means the anime Hitman Reborn. Before it's someone thinks that's all you talk about. And how long do you have to wait before you can bring the topic up again? So I wouldn't do it more than twice in a row. Just intertwine some other topics and you'll be good. I would say if you talk about it maybe total more than 5 times out of 10 talks, you might come off that you're talking about it too much. To find another common, if you can, here's a tip. Find another common topic that the person likes to talk about that you're interested in hearing about, and let them talk about what they're passionate about too. And that should really even things out a little bit. So I hope that helps you. Alright, I think I'm going to go into the YouTube chat. Aw, someone sent me, I just saw. I'll answer some questions in YouTube chat for a little bit. It's been about 18 minutes. A lot of people like it when I make those weird noises. That's a lot of comments, guys. Something about, all I saw was Super Mario 64. Oh, someone said something about PGA. Practical Growth Academy. Practical Growth Academy is my own private mentorship thing where I come up with a book summary every week, an actionable worksheet with the book summary so that you can take the best ideas and turn it into actual practice in your life. There's also, I think, I'm uploading this month's mini course tomorrow, so there'll be 3 mini courses in there. If you sign up right now, I think I'm going to take the $20 bonus away pretty soon. If you sign up right now, it's $17 a month. You can cancel anytime, and within, I'd say 48 hours, I'm going to send you a $20 Amazon gift card. So I'm basically paying you to try out the first month, $3. You can sign up with the link in the description for the lifetime discount and the $20 Amazon gift card. Been here since 7,000 subscribers. Keep up the good work. Thanks. That has been a while. That was almost 2 years ago, I think. Hey, I want free course of yours. You can get Practical Growth Academy basically for free. You got to sign up for $17 a month, and if you wanted it for free, I guess you could sign up for the first month, get the $20 Amazon gift card, and then cancel, and basically you'd be left with $3 profit and all the knowledge from the course. But I don't recommend that. I feel like once you try it out and get some value from it, you'll want to stick with it. Say my name. The Gaming Neutron. How to not be lazy. There's a lot of things I could say about laziness. I'd say one of the most important things about laziness is you need to have goals that you really want to do. Like, I woke up this morning going, yes, I'm so excited about this live stream. I really want to get it done. And there's other things like the sales course. I'm really excited to accomplish today about the sales course. I don't want to go into in depth about that, but you need to wake up excited about what you're doing, and that will definitely help you decrease laziness. This chat is poop. Thanks, Tony, 3 times. Say my name. I'm going to try to. Vikas Kumar Saw. How much do you read daily? Lately, the past couple days I haven't been reading too much because I'm working on the sales course, but I used to read almost around a book a day. When I say read, people think you need to read it front to back, but really it's just consuming the wisdom from the book. The author sometimes, they have golden nuggets that they want you to get, but to sell it they need more stories and stuff, so there's quicker ways of reading books. Hey, if I start PGA right now, can I see all the book summaries you have done in the past? Yes, if you sign up for Practical Growth Academy right now, you will get all kinds of stuff. You'll get, I think there's 11 book summaries in there right now. You get instant access to those. You'll get instant access to all of the previous live streams that I've done. You can watch all of them. You'll get 3 mini courses. You'll get, there's some journal outlines in there that I've went and designed. There's seems like there's one more thing. You'll get the $20 Amazon gift card. I think I said that already. Oh yeah, you can ask me questions just like today's live stream. You can go ahead and ask me questions, even if you want your name. You don't have to put your name, but basically I'll go ahead and put them in this live stream. I put top priority on PGA questions. Always answer them first. And I do some research and put my own personal experience and stories and stuff behind them, so. Awesome. Sim said she's going to join, or he or her is going to join PGA pretty soon. Say my name, how to convince you to give this course in me for free. Vidul Kumar. How to drink more water? The best way to drink a lot more water is to always have water near you. Like, I always keep a glass of water or a bottle of water next to me, and it really, I don't know, it's just like a psychological thing. It's there, so I'm going to drink it. I drink a lot of water, and that means I pee a lot, too. But I stay hydrated, and I always have a lot of energy. Which phone do you use? Right now I have I think this is the 7. Galaxy S7. I've used this for almost 2 years. I have an S8, but I don't really use it. Alright guys, before I end this live stream, I want to say if you look in the description below, there's a link in there that says 27 confidence hacks. I would be overjoyed if you signed up. If you click there, you enter your email, and I'll send you the 27 confident hacks, but you also get signed up to my email list, and I'm kind of testing something right now, so if you guys want to go ahead and do that, that would be awesome. It's free. You don't have to pay anything. All you got to do is enter your email. 27 confident hacks in the description. I think I'm going to move everything over to that practicalpie.com. I think that's going to be my new URL, my new blog. Kind of setting up a blog there. It's kind of in the process. In the next couple months, it'll be fully launched, and I'll have a lot of content, but All right, guys. I'll see you next week. I think I got 2 or 3 videos to post until then, but I hope you guys have a great rest of your week and an amazing day.